Hi. Hi, it's Susanna Kunkel coming to you live. I just want to ask you to take a moment, just to pause, just a second. We're back live into real estate here, day two, I believe. A lot going on. It's really busy. It's really confusing. There's so much information out there, but I implore you, I beg you, before you retweet, reshare, pass on information, please, please, please take a moment and think about it, read it, research. Purpose of my little rant is there's been so much misinformation about mortgage forbearances shared up to this point during the last 2 months. I've tried to include real experts in my feeds that are sharing what's going on behind the scenes, like Matt Marinoff and the Real Estate Recovery Group, who actually are talking to the lenders all day, every day. Also, Lee Perlman, and a bankruptcy attorney who is helping homeowners to navigate through options to avoid foreclosure, as well as Michael Diallo, whose specialty is to litigate. He's helping homeowners and especially investors. He works with a lot of investors. Please, please go to my YouTube channel. Check out what they have to say, because what you're seeing and sharing, and it's not correct. And I don't blame my peers, because early in this pandemic process, there was a national broadcast, and I'm just going to say it like it is. Dr. Lawrence Yun, who I highly have respected, he has PhD, I do not. He's a national economist for National Association of Realtors, was on a broadcast with brokerage CEOs nationwide to help agents, and said twice, not just once, but twice, that we won't have foreclosures because with the forbearance, you don't have to pay it back, which is absolutely incorrect, absolutely false. So it's all too tempting when we are scared, when we're facing difficult situations, to take a little glimmer of hope and just run with it, as if that's the whole picture. But these decisions, and I'm going to flash back, I'm speaking from personal experience of having been through the mortgage crisis. These experiences and the decisions that we make based on the information we receive, and I'm speaking we as consumers, because as realtors, it's our job to elevate and educate and enlighten and share helpful information so you can make an informed decision, because these decisions at this point in time can affect your financial legacy for your entire family. So let me break that down a little bit. Case in point, forbearance. What got me on the camera this morning was a lender that I'm connected with shared this good news that Freddie and Fannie this week announced that if you take a forbearance, you can still apply for refinance. On the surface, that looks great, and that is encouraging, because one of the downsides of a forbearance is then you no longer qualify for a mortgage. However, you have to read the fine print, and that's one of the things that Lee talks about. You need to investigate, read the fine print, and negotiate if you're going to try to pursue a forbearance. But let's get back to the article. So when you read the article, you can, but you have to be current 3 months after the forbearance period. So what that doesn't break down, but other information does, is what a forbearance does is it does, you're okay to not make the payments during that forbearance period, but here's the risk, and this is what people were skipping when they were talking about forbearances, is that all of those deferred payments become due in full along with the current month. So let's keep the math simple. If my mortgage is $2,000 a month, which is fairly average, and things are bad now, like, as a realtor, my business has been shut down for 2 months. But, say whatever the situation, there's all kinds of complicated financial, health, emotional tragedies hitting people right now. So it's understandable. You can't pay the mortgage. You got to put first things first. And so you think, okay, great. I heard about forbearances. I get a forbearance without reading the fine print. Come to find out, after that 3 months, or it's worse, 6 months, or let's say, I'm going to go for a full year, $2,000 a month, full year. That's at the end of that 12 months. $24,000 is due plus the $2,000 for the following first month payment. So that's $26,000 that's due to come current. Your payments are not forgiven. They're not even deferred. So a forbearance is a very, very loaded topic and has a lot of risks. And I'm not saying do it, don't do it, but I am calling out to let you know as a consumer and to any realtors in my tribe, please hesitate before you say anything to anyone and refer them to an expert. And I would be happy to connect you to some. Go listen to the interviews I did on YouTube. You'll get some valuable information. It is possible to negotiate something different with your bank. That would be a deferment where the payments are added on at the end of the loan. Let's not, put our head in the sand and jump to a simple sounding solution just because it sounds positive to very, very complicated situations that can have long-term negative impact on not only the current homeowner, but their entire family. So I have a lot of information out there. You can check out my short sale page at fightthebank.org. It breaks it down. And then also my YouTube username is Susanna Kunkel. If you can spell Kunkel right, you'll find it. And also please join me Saturday. I have compiled, it'll be entertaining too. This is not going to be drying, talking heads and graphs and charts. It'll be fun. But I have put together an in-depth market overview of a summary of where we are with the COVID-19 impact on real estate and what we're seeing as trends to try to give you real information. And I'll show my sources that can help you make informed decisions through difficult times. But to put it simply, if you ask me how the market is, we hear it's going to be a U-shaped recovery, a V-shaped recovery. It might be U, V, W, X, Y, Z. The reality is the future of our market is complicated. And there are what I would call is like quantum physics. There are multiple realities. For some people, it will be that V shape, which people predicted early on, kind of a late spring in the fall. But we do also have a huge wave of potential distressed properties. Not only those that were in distress where the foreclosure action got stalled, that's going to ramp back up, and a lot of those owners are in denial, so those foreclosures can hit hard and fast. But also this massive wave of misinformation and about forbearances is deeply concerning to me, because when those come due in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, those owners are serious risk, and more likely, this is my passion for reaching out as a short sale specialist to offer my help, because I find owners don't know where to turn. So if you know anyone who might be in trouble and wants real information, and confidentially delivered, I take everyone's situation to heart. And the answer may be, like let's say there are many things. The answer might be to sell now, in that V, and rent for a while to get back on your feet. There is no just one answer. Forbearance is a tool in the belt, but to use that tool, got to read the instruction book. So excuse the length of my quote unquote rant, perhaps, but please, this is the information technology age. I love it. You can see I'm all over social media, but as professionals, we also have to be responsible and provide some insight and depth into the information that we share. That's my passion. That's what I'm committed to, and I have ramped that up by during the quarantine. I got frustrated with what I was seeing and hearing, so I decided to just step up and offer the live broadcast series that has been going on. I found it very, very helpful for me personally, and I'm providing that information to you so that you can firsthand hear these answers and solutions and insights. And it's really shared. I'm working with agents from all brokerages, people inside and outside of the industry, lawyers, experts from all fields. If there's something that they have to share that I think might be helpful to you, then I'm going to invite them. Anything that you want to hear about, feel free to hit me up. In the meantime, please stay safe and read the fine print, investigate, dig deep, please, on anything that's of importance regarding your family's health, finances, and real estate. Thank you so much. See you on Saturday, I hope, for the Saturday at noon. It'll be fun. It's my COVID-19 market update. So be sure to click on the Zoom to RSVP, and we'll have a lively discussion there as well. All right, stay safe.